What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Like, subscribe, hit notifications bell so you be notified every time I upload. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, hey, like, follow, hit the hit the like button, share it, or whatever the case may be. All right. Let's get down to it. I'm gonna share this out a couple times. Uh, share this out, and we'll get started here. How was you all day yesterday? Hopefully you all had a good day yesterday. Ah man, share this up one more time. And there we go. There we go. Okay. First things first, let's look at the weather. Y'all know what we do each and every day. Let's check the weather out, and then we're gonna get right to it. Thanks for whoever dropping that like there for me. I like that. That's what's happening, man. So support here. Us against the books all day, every day. Let's check the weather out. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh my God, what is that? The K's rolling up there. I think I might need to put another battery in my keyboard. Okay, so let's see. This is Kevin Roth. This is my meteorologist. If you guys don't know, and a lot of people use them for football, baseball, etc. All right, first report here. Kansas City Royals at Detroit wins a bit in from left, a bit left to right at 10 miles an hour. So we got some stupid winds there. St. Louis and Washington, rain should be gone by first pitch. We green there. Winds coming in a bit from right at 10 miles an hour. Shit, Washington already don't got no power in their lineup. They definitely don't need no winds coming in. Oakland at Cleveland, really low chance of a straight pop up. Winds most likely in from right field at miles at 10 miles an hour. Yellow green, Colorado, a few little showers zipping by, especially early. Late start wouldn't fully shock me. Anything else looks pretty unlikely. Winds mostly in from left and a bit left to right at 10 miles an hour. And then Boston and Minnesota winds in from right. Texas and Chicago White Sox wind out to right at 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's interesting. And then San Diego Padres, okay, in San Francisco. Again, some pretty healthy 20 mile per hour winds blowing out. A reminder that this ballpark minimizes wind impact. Though we did see plenty of bombs last night in the similar weather. Yes, we did. with that comeback, yes, we did. That was some shit, man. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook cashing out and shit like that, and it was wild. Soto hit 2 bombs, and Mike hit 2 bombs, and VR hit a bomb. All right. So that's what happened last night in that game. So it was a big comeback there. Shout out to them. Let me take this down real fast so I can have at least a little bit of less tabs open here because sometimes my computer will act up. But let's get it moving. Atlanta Braves at Philadelphia Phillies. We got an over under 8.5 in the spot. Scherzer, man. I ended up taking the kids to the pool. Let me see what he did, man. Let's see what he did. What he did. Let me know what he did. Well, I'll see right here. What did he do, man? I just actually went away from that game, man. Um, oh yeah, looked like he definitely did good. 8 Ks versus Houston. The Houston lineup is kind of ailing right now, man. Without Jordan Alvarez as well. But yeah, he popped out. Oh yeah, they Brown hit his K prop too. He did give up 600 runs, but he hit his K prop too. So both of those pitches, I was so undecided there, man. I was so undecided there, you know. But he hit it. He hit it, man. So if you guys altered it or whatever case may be, y'all hit. Now, Atlanta Braves at Philadelphia Phillies. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Raul, QB, Junior? What's the QB stand for, man? Come on, man. Don't come over here with a QB and knowing you can't throw the damn ball. What's the QB stand for, Raul? What does it stand for? Either way it goes, right. So, like I was saying, y'all know what I like to talk about when it comes to Strider. Of course, he's my favorite pitcher. One of my favorite pitchers there. We know he's got immense case stuff. We know that. But where do I always start? With the earned runs. He's been printing with the earned runs. I know it's a parlay piece right now. I know it's a parlay piece right now, but it is what it is. He can give up the runs. So minus 185. I got that in my parlay piece in my parlay section. My pitcher parlay section here. All right. I got that in my pitcher parlay section. I also have Spencer Strider earned runs. I didn't pull a trigger on it. Okay. All right, for sure. And shout out to you though, bro. Thanks for sliding, man. So you say you like St. Louis Yankees and Angels. Is that what you mean? That's nice. I think that's nice. I don't bet for a lot of people that's here. I don't bet too many games, but it is what it is. I help you guys. I come on here and try to help the best I can, and I appreciate the support. Now, the earned runs. The earned runs did open up at 1.5. It's spiked up to 2.5. I don't really bet 2.5s. I'll parlay up a 1.5 though, so I don't think it's gonna go down anytime soon. Okay. On the other hand, on the other side, you got Ranger Suarez. What I had in there for Suarez was his for earned runs and walks as well. Okay, so let's just take a look at the earned runs and walks for Suarez real quick. These are parlay pieces, for whatever that's worth. His earned runs, I think it had opened up at 1.5 or maybe. Oh, I got it in there because I know that Atlanta is number one in WRC plus versus left-hand pitching. We know what Atlanta can do. All right, so that's one thing we definitely know that. Hits allowed, he's been okay. He has only, this will be his his 8th start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th start. So there you have that. The walks. Atlanta's only 21st in drawing walks, but hey, the walks are in play. He's a little bit over 50% to this number on the season, so I could talk off the walks here at a minus 1.5. I got that in my parlay piece there. As far as bats here, I'm gonna love the righties. I'm gonna like the righties, all the righties here when it comes to Atlanta here. You guys already know here, and if you want to use some of these for parlay pieces, as far as hits, runs, and RBIs, we can get right to it, man. We can get right to it. 1 second, I got you, my boy Raul. So look, the righties. This is the number one team OPS wise versus lefties. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Austin Riley, 5 for 12 versus him. He's sporting an 800 OPS versus lefties. Suarez, he's giving up almost 800 OPS versus righties. All right, so I'm definitely looking at these righties. They're gonna throw out a whole bunch of righties there. All right, so I couldn't talk to you not one single bat here for the Astros. Atlanta here. All right, he's got a home run. Ozzy Albies, he's over 1,000 OPS versus lefties here. So he's only 2 for 12, but he does have a bomb. Sean Murphy, he's over 1,000 OPS towards lefties. So, and then Ranger Suarez is giving up towards righties. So almost 800 OPS. So he's in play. We'll have to check the status on him, make sure he plays. Ozuna, and he's almost 900 OPS. And the list goes on. Arcia, 1,400 OPS versus lefties. Suarez giving it up. Acuna, self-explanatory. It is what it is, man. So, I can go on and on and on about this team here. Favorite bet on the other side that I would go to would probably be Harper there. All right. Probably one of the best that I go would be Harper. At the end of the day, it'll be Atlanta Braves or nothing for me in this spot. If you're looking at hits, runs, and RBIs, which I encourage you guys, this is one of the most, especially in these high total games, man. You got to hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay, FanDuel is my third or fourth least favorite book when it comes to betting baseball. They just don't have a lot of props there. Okay, so hits, runs, and RBIs. We're getting respectable numbers for all these guys right now. DR Nard 1.5. Acuna parlay piece at 1.5 at a -160. Albies -1 1.5 at a -155. Arsha is plus 120 right now. That's interesting. Olsen 1.5. I don't really target Olsen versus lefties, but anything can happen. These are major league players. Bryce Harper 1.5. I like that. I got interest there. I got a little small interest there. Austin Riley -135 there. I got interest there. Okay, so only thing about this is you can't parlay these up. You can't parlay them up from one game. You can take one from each game. You know what I'm saying? But these are definitely interesting plays here. Raul, Cubs, Texans, Marlins, and Arizona. Is that a good pick for money line? We're gonna get to them. Those are some of those there. I liked it though. I like some of those, bro. I like some of those. We getting ready to get to them. If I'm taking a side in this one, it's gonna be Atlanta Braves or nothing for me in this spot here. But Strider has shown some issues. You know what I'm saying? In the walk department, earn runs, Ks, whatever case may be. Philly, they striking out. They right outside the top 10 is striking out versus left-hand pitching. Strider, his strikeout prop is at 8.5. He hasn't went over this number in the last 3 games. He's due to get up there to a 10, 11, 12. So hey, I couldn't talk you off of it. One of these games he gonna spaz out. All right. I probably won't bet this game. I might not, I probably won't, but hey, moneyline parlays, run line straights, it'll probably be for Atlanta or nothing for me in this spot. Atlanta on the road. We'll see. All right. Baltimore Orioles, man, at Tampa Bay Rays, over under 7.5. We got Bradish on the mound. We got Glasnow on the mound. Right now, I get a lean towards a pitching lean towards Tampa Bay. I get a best lean towards Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay been on the road. Now they come back home. Okay, so they come back home. Tampa Bay is, they number one. Is there a way you can post your picks? I only bet like straights. I might parlay up some shit, but when I do these right here, this podcast is to help folks that don't know, learn, and for people who do know to come help other folks learn, or drop off a pick or two. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really, I might do a same game parlay here or there, something, but for the most part, I just bet straight. You know what I'm saying? I did over the weekend because I've been off for the last 4 days. I did do some parlays, but when I go to work and stuff like that, I can't focus on parlays and shit like that. But I do straights and shit like that, But we'll see. I'll post something though. I'll post something, fam. Don't even trip. I'll post something today. But tap in. You might learn something if you tap in every day. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose of this right now. You say you don't know why a lot of people thought Josiah Gray wouldn't get over 4.5 Ks. I actually took that over. I was leaning over. I think he got 6 Ks. It's just a matter of time before he implodes. You know what I'm saying? He's stuck in there. And like I said, I went down there so I can give you guys an interest. I can give you guys some interest. I went through it yesterday. Now, let me see. I went through it yesterday, man. I can show you guys a brief intermission. I'm coming right back to the next game, but I'm gonna show you guys yesterday. Not Jordan Montgomery, but Mackenzie Gore. Let's just filter it to the right-hand pitchers again. All right. This is what I showed you guys yesterday about that game. So Josiah Gray got there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means 9 of the right-hand batters, but for some reason been going in there and St. Louis been and hitting a K prop. Not them big high K props, but the guys who they've been hitting them though. You know what I'm saying? So actually it's 9, 11 out of the last 13 pitchers, right-hand pitchers, went into St. Louis and got their K prop. So it was a high chance for them to get their K prop. You know what I'm saying? But that was a good play there, King of the Lots. That was a good play there. All right. So back to where we were. All right. So Tyler Glass now. He's got that shit. All right, in the strikeout area, he will strike you out. All right, that's one thing. All right, he hasn't pitched that many games yet, but he's getting back into form. It's just another arm here that the Tampa Bay Rays can add to their arsenal. He's sporting 33% K rate, 25.9 to lefties, and 46.7 to righties. That shit's gonna come down for sure, but he's only pitched X amount of games there. Barrel percentage is up. Like he's, this shit is gonna come down though. That's only because he only pitched a couple games there. All right, so looking at Glass now, his K prop is sitting at 7.5 right now. Going up against Baltimore, I probably won't mess with it. The outs, he's only went to six innings once this season here, and the walks could be a problem for him. All right, so he's hit this walk prop at three out of his last 4 times. You can get this walk prop at a -127 for the over 1.5 on DraftKings. That's if you want to get there. As you can see, Baltimore is 24th in drawing walks, so I don't know if you want to get there or not, but he's shown the ability. He had 4 walks versus Oakland. Okay, so that's one thing there. So it's more ways to skin a cat when you're looking at baseball, man. You don't have to bet games all the time. You can bet earned runs and shit like that. Now, on the Baltimore side, on the flip side, Kyle Bradish. Tampa Bay Rays, somebody I just don't want to really too much mess with, going up against this Tampa Bay Rays team. Tampa Bay Rays right now, they number 1 in WRC plus and number 1 in on base percentage, okay? And they're better on home. They struggled on the road. You guys can see they wouldn't struggle on the road. I know they're glad to be home, and, it is what it is. Hits allowed for Bradish. He's giving up hits, they're sitting at 5.5. I don't know if I'll get there. He's been pretty good in the walk department. Tampa Bay, they number 10 at drawing walks. All right. At the end of the day, I want to lean towards Tampa Bay in this spot. You know what I'm saying? Moneyline parlays, run line straights. I don't know if I'm gonna bet this game. Some bats here that I was looking at here. I know I had 2 bats. I that I was really looking at for sure. I'll show you right now. Ryan O'Hearn. I don't know, man. Ryan O'Hearn will strike out, you know what I'm saying? So I'm skeptical about, going to him, but he does have power. 1,000 OPS versus righty. And as of right now, Tyler Glass now is giving up a 974 OPS towards lefties. That means lefties is hitting him better. That's just as of right now. And then I couldn't talk off any one of these bats on the other side, man. On Tampa Bay, I couldn't talk you off either one of these bats. I think I had two of these bats in my player pool that I was looking at. I think it was Diaz, and a Rosarina. I think I had Diaz. Yeah, so Diaz and a Rosarina. Those are the 2 bats that I was looking at there. Couldn't talk you off these guys' hits, runs, and RBIs. 2 bats. Yandy Diaz, he's 4 for 6 versus him. He's batting 924 versus OPS versus right hand pitching, and then a Rosarina, he's 3 of 5 with 2 home runs versus him. Okay, so I couldn't talk you off anything from those guys. All right. And like I said, at the end of the day, Tampa Bay Rays at home. I mean, the numbers are there, man. Tampa Bay Rays, moneyline parlays, run line straights. Let's keep it moving. Kansas City Royals at Detroit Tigers here. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. And Lorenzen is a little bit better on the road. Daniel Lynch, he's giving it up to lefties and righties, I want to say. I don't have a side in this one here. I mean, it's the Kansas City Royals. It's the Detroit Tigers, man. One bet I was looking at here where you could to speed this process up, I'll just show you the couple bets that I had. I think I had 1 Kansas City Royal bet, and I had 2. So I had Salvi Perez. 800, 840 OPS versus righties. Michael Lorenz pitches his worst versus righties. He's it's only a 714 OPS, but he pitches his worst versus righties. So that's a little match right there, a mini match. He's already got a home run. He's 1 for 3 versus him, and I think I was just noting that the left-hand batters, I think you can target the left-hand batters. Actually, you can target lefties and righties versus Daniel Lynch. Almost a 900 OPS versus lefties and a 745 OPS versus righties. Be my guest. Pick whoever the fuck you want. Torkelson, here's a guy here that got some power. If you're looking for a home run guy, he probably can. Him and Salvador Perez, they home run candidates there. All right, hits, runs, and RBIs, yada yada yada. All right, so I'm gonna just keep it moving on this one here. Toronto Blue Jays at Miami Marlins here. We got an over under 8 in the spot. The Kikuchi on the mound. We got Perez on the mound. Okay. Now this Miami Marlins team is creeping back in the fold versus left-hand pitching, and then you know who they got. They got Soler. Anytime Soler is up versus a lefty, he's a home run candidate. Okay, so we get that shit out the way right now. And I said yesterday, I just don't know who to target with this Toronto team here. They bats can just go anemic, man. God damn, I don't even think they scored yesterday, man. They asses. That's a frustrating team to take bats from. So I'll just fall back from the bats. Yuri Perez is pretty good, man. He's proven himself as of right now. Strikeout line sitting at 4.5. Toronto, they striking out the fourth most least in the 25th least in the league right now versus right-hand pitching. We do know that we went over numbers yesterday. Toronto is on the road. We know that Toronto is supposedly one of the best teams on the road versus right-hand pitching, and they actually are not showing it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. There's an instance where he could probably get to his strikeout prop. All right, Yuri Perez is an instance. He's a young guy, the rookie, whatever case may be. But 4.5 minus 156. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get that. He's hit this number in every game except for 2. Let me plug up my laptop here, computer. He's hit this in every game except for 2. So it is what it is. The outs, he's only went over 5 innings once. And that was the last game. Like I said, Toronto third in WRC plus. The walks can be there. He's over 50% to this walk prop here at 1.5. Toronto 20th in drawing walks there. You can get his walk prop at a minus 121. Either you taking it over or under minus 121. So that's interesting there. And then the hits allowed sitting at 4.5. If Toronto bring their bats with them, they can hit this. They can hit this 4.5. And then the earned run sitting at 2.5. He's been great, man. He look at the last 4 games. He's been really, really, really good, man. You know what I'm saying? He's only given up 3 earned runs one time this season. He's faced Cincinnati, Washington, Colorado, Angels, Oakland, White Sox, and Seattle. Okay, that's that. Kikuchi, on the other hand, last 4 games, he's been good. Now, Miami, they 4th in WRC plus versus left-hand pitching now. They've been hitting left-hand pitching. All right. So, like I said, Kikuchi, he's been okay, but Kikuchi can implode. All right. He can implode. All right. So, hits allowed sitting at 4.5. I have some interest there, and I have some bats that, I'll show you guys some bats. So I have some interest there. Little interest there. Okay. The walks in at 1.5. I got that in my player pool at minus 178 for a parlay piece. He's 1, 2, 3, 4 of 6 to this number. I don't know if I'm gonna get there because Miami they 28th in drawing walks, so he might not pull it off. And then his outs. And then his Ks. All right, so his Ks sitting at 5.5. Miami striking out 20. They 23rd in striking out versus left-hand pitching. Bats here. The bats. There's a few bats here that hit lefties well. All right. So for Miami here. So I'll point them out to you guys. Let's see. We have I'm supposed to know him by heart anyway, but I got him in here. Gary Cooper. All right, now he's 800 OPS versus lefties, and then Kikuchi will give up 840 OPS versus righties right now. So righties versus Kikuchi. Okay. Um, Jonathan Davis, he might be hitting at the back of the line. He might get moved up here with a 918 OPS versus lefties, and Kikuchi is giving up versus righties. Okay. Um, Dela Cruz. He's in play. He's about average versus lefties and righties, so he's in play. Okay. And Soler. All right, Soler. I didn't even put what's the name up there. Y'all already know the drill with Reyes. I didn't even put him up there. And then Soler, top bat, probably the top bat of the day for me. I'm taking him for a home run. He's got 2 home runs. He's 3-6 versus him. He's got 2 home runs versus him already. 1,200 OPS, almost 1,300 OPS towards right-hand pitching. Left-hand pitchers. You already know the drill. Anytime he comes across a left-hand pitcher, I think he's going to either strike out or hit a home run. That's just what it's going to be. He's got 2 home runs versus him out of he's 3 for 6. Okay. At the end of the day, I couldn't talk you off of Miami here. I'm not taking a side in this one because this is a very, very hard game for me to, decipher. They got blanked yesterday. As of right now, oddly as it says, I do get a pitcher lean towards Miami Marlins. Perez has been phenomenal this season. This is rookie season. He's been phenomenal. So, hey, it is what it is. Itty bitty tiny lean towards Miami here. I'm more focused on the bats though. I'm taking Soler for a home run. Chicago Cubs at Pittsburgh Pirates here. We got an over under 8. Stroman on the mound, Oviedo on the mound here. Stroman, all he does is win for the Cubs. He's been winning games for the Cubs. We got an over under 8 here. This last time both of these pitchers pitched in a game, they were versus the respective teams. So last time this Stroman pitched, it was versus the Cubs. Versus Pittsburgh, and last time Oviedo pitched, it was versus Chicago. So speaking of Chicago, Oviedo, Chicago is number 8 in striking out versus right hand pitching. They will be on the road. Oviedo at home. Went in there and struck them out 8 times at 8 Ks. The outs is interesting for Oviedo, sitting at 17.5. I couldn't talk you off of that if you want to get there or not. Be my guest. The walks is the one that I'm really, really interested in. Chicago is number 3 in drawing walks. I have his walk in my parlay player pool here. So he's hit this number. He's 11 for 14 on this number. He will walk some batters. Hits allowed sitting at 5.5. Cubs gave them 8 hits at home. Cubs are on the road today. And then the earned runs, couldn't talk you off the earned runs there. I probably won't be going there, but the Cubs, they have hit him. They give him 4 runs in Chicago. Okay. Cubs have been putting up runs as of late. This is probably where it started at. So that's one thing. On the flip side, Stroman, his K prop is sitting at 4.5. He did hit this last time these 2 teams played. And he's hit this in a pretty nice rate, 11-15 at 73% on the season. So I couldn't talk off of that. It's out sitting at 17.5 at a parlay piece. If you want to get there, go ahead, be my guest. He's been phenomenal in going to 6 innings there. So hey, you can see. He's 13-15 with an 87% hit rate right there. All right, the walks. The walks are there. Anytime you're going to be out there, I got his walks in my player pool, and then hits allowed sitting at 5.5. I probably won't go there. Earned runs, I probably wouldn't go there. He hasn't given up more than 2 runs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games. He's been pitching phenomenal, man. He's been pitching really, really good. Okay, so you know what? At the end of the day, Cubs are on the road. I might lean towards the Cubs just for the pitching, or this is a spot where you might want to take the Cubs. If you like the Cubs, I couldn't talk you off the first 5. All right, the first 5 that eliminates Stroman will be in there. That eliminate the bullpen. You know what I'm saying? That's if you like the Cubs. That eliminate the bullpen. You catch Stroman while he's in there. That's where first 5s and shit come into play here. All right, I don't have a play on the side here. And another thing, if you got Caesar Sportsbook, Caesars is the only book that lets you put same outs in the same game parlay. So like the outs, if you like Stroman to go six innings, you can take him there. If you like Stroman to hit his strikeout prop at 4.5, you can add that in there, and then you can get a same game parlay right there with his outs. It's something that coincides. His outs is 6 innings, 4.5 strikeouts, plus 141. All right. If you like the Cubs to win, money line, you can throw that in there. That's a plus 245 right there. You know what I'm saying? If you think Oviedo's going to go 6 innings, well, hey, you can take Oviedo and you can add Oviedo in there too for 6 innings. I'm just giving you guys some examples right there. Not nothing I'm going to play, just some examples, okay? Caesars is the only book that lets you do that. Plus, they let you do them long ass parlays, all right? You got to have different books to your disposal. As far as bats here, a lot of the Cubs bats didn't really stand out to me. One bat, if you want to target one bat here, you can look at Jack Sawinski. Stroman on the road versus left-hand batters. That's where he pitches his worst at. Okay, so you can look at Jack Sawinski possibly for a home run. I think he's at over 1,000 OPS for his right-hand pitching. There, Jack Sawinski, he's 900 OPS versus right-hand pitching. That's just if you want to go out there and take somebody. I probably wouldn't though, tell you the truth. So not a lot of the bats is standing out to me. If what's the name leads off again, what's his name? Madrigal, whatever his name is. Toshman. Toshman has been on one as of late. Okay, he's been pretty good. Couldn't talk you off his hits, runs, and RBIs, shit like that. All right. It's probably going to be Cubs or nothing for me if I was to bet this game, but I probably won't. St. Louis Cardinals at Washington Nationals, over under 8.5. We got Montgomery on the mound. We got Gore on the mound here, okay? One thing I can say here, we got over under 8.5 in the spot. I got love for this Washington team. Most of the season, they had a high WRC plus versus left-hand batting, okay? So I'm laughing at left-hand pitching. There's no telling when they can bring that shit right back out. All right, it's a possibility they can bring that shit back out. Did I have any notes on this one? So let's look and see something real fast here. Let's go over here to St. Louis here, and I'm gonna see. We got Jordan Montgomery here. He's got a 20% K rate right now, 17% to lefties, 21% towards righties. Barrel percentage is up. He's probably giving it up towards righties right now. All right, so there you have that. 10%, 10.5 barrel percentage. Barrel percentage, it falls in along with giving up barrels. Home run. It's a mixtures of launch angle and exit velocity and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? McKenzie on the other side, he does have K stuff here. 29% across the board. Righties, lefties, he's got 21% across the board. You could target, he got 9% barrel rate overall. Looks like he gives it up a little bit more to lefties. Okay, so he's got a 15.8 towards lefties. That's somebody like. So you can look at the lefties versus Mackenzie Gore here, okay? And then, like I said, this is another lefty-lefty matchup. You got Jordan Montgomery here. Anytime you get a lefty up there, you can look at Lane Thomas, okay? So I'll go through some bats here that I like here. Probably don't have a side here. But I'll go through some bats here that I like here. Lane Thomas, 1,041 OPS versus left-hand pitching here. And Jordan Montgomery, he pitches his worst versus lefties and righties and switch, okay? Righties and switch here. He's giving up 1,000 OPS to switch. And then Newbar, you can target the lefties versus Mackenzie Gore. Mackenzie Gore is giving up 1,000 OPS to left-hand batting, okay? So the lefties versus Gore, okay? Meneses is a guy who's in play. Here's a guy, he's pretty average between lefties and righties. So, that's somebody you can look at there. Who else did I have here? Of course, Gorman. Gorman, he's a lefty. And who else did I have here? The usual suspects like Goldsmith and those guys like that, those motherfuckers, they ain't play. You don't need me to tell you about those guys. So I'll be looking at this game here for bats here. Probably top bat probably would be Lane Thomas for me. Okay. Top bat would probably be Lane Thomas for me. Like I say, he's giving up. He every time he sees a lefty, he has an okay game. Okay, so Lane Thomas hits, runs, and RBIs, probably top play for me. Let's take a look at what these hits, runs, and RBIs going to look like here. And here we go. DraftKings acting up. Okay, there we go. So look, hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's see what the numbers looking like. What some of these numbers look like. If Gunnar Henderson is in the lineup for Baltimore, I like him. If he's in the lineup for Baltimore, I like him. Okay, I like him. I like Gunnar. If he's in the lineup, make sure if he's in the lineup, Gunnar will probably be number one for me, and then Ryan O'Holm will probably be number two. But he'll strike out. I think Gunnar will strike out too. So and then Randy Rosarena and Yandy Diaz are two bats right there. But let me keep it moving. I didn't go over some of these prices though. Who did I like here? Perez minus 155, and Torkelson minus 125. You can look at him for power. Soler hits, runs, and RBIs at a minus 130. Cooper hits, runs, and RBIs at 1.5 at minus 105. I like both of them. De La Cruz 1.5. All those guys are in play for me. Reyes, of course, this motherfucker is batting 1,000. No, he's batting close to 400. And then Vladdy and shit like that. Uriel can talk you off of that. All right, so let's see. Toshin minus 120 hits, runs, and RBI. Yeah, and then Lane Thomas probably is at 2.5. It's at 1.5 at minus 155. It might be 2.5 at the end of the day. So new bar. The lefties here. You can look at the lefties. I like Meneses too. Lane Thomas. New bar. I forgot who else I had in my player pool, but it is what it is. All right. those are some of the plays, some plays that I wouldn't mind getting to. Next game on the docket here. Right now for that game though, St. Louis game, I expect runs to get put up in this one. I don't know, man. What is Gore's strikeout prop? I wanted to take a look at Gore's strikeout prop. It's line sitting at 5.5. Lefties that went in there, that's been in there, that hasn't hit their K prop. Lefties, let's see. Rich Hill, I wouldn't have took his prop. Brandon Williamson didn't hit that 5. Clayton Kershaw didn't hit that 7. Urias didn't hit that 6. Wade Miley, I wouldn't have bet on him. He didn't hit that 4. Sale got there. Paxton got there. Justice Steele did not. Boyd didn't. Whatever the case may be. All right. Interesting, man. I don't know. 5.5. He does have 29% K rate. Maybe I should check his K rates on the on home road splits. One time. All right. Damn. Let me check it one time. All right. Mackenzie Gore. Let me check his strikeout. Let me check his strikeout splits real quick. Home and road splits, all that good stuff. Come on, man. Man. 23% at home, 30 away. Home versus lefties. He on the way. Away versus lefties, 29.5. Away versus righties. Righties go up a little bit. So his strikeout prop is kind of pretty consistent there. Okay. So he going on the road striking motherfuckers out too. Interesting. All right. Okay, interesting. All right, so versus left-hand pitching, last 30 days. I want to see how St. Louis been looking last 30 days. 16th in striking out last 30 days. What's the WRC plus last 30 days? Since St. Louis is hitting hitting righties better than they hit lefties right now. Okay, so 26 in WRC plus there. Interesting. Last 30 days. Let's take one peek at last 2 weeks. Sample size and what number sample size they had. Come on, load on up now. Load on up. Load on up. That's on some bull crap right now. Oh, shit. Stop it, man. All right, fuck it, man. I couldn't talk you off the strikeouts for him, man. This just is what it is. Seattle Mariners, New York Yankees. Not one of my favorite games to target here. Looks like it's gonna have an under feel to it. Over under 7 here. Strikeouts. I can't talk you off the strikeouts. I don't want no bats here. I don't want any bats here. Kirby's been pitching well. K prop, 5.5. He did face New York Yankees a few games ago. He had 7 strikeouts, so you can look there. His outs, he's been phenomenal. It's sitting at 17.5. I got interest here. I got real interest in the 17.5 outs at a minus 150. That means he has to pitch 6 innings. Okay, he's done this. He went 7. He went 7 against the New York Yankees right here. All right, that was 3 games ago. I couldn't talk you off of it. The walks, he hasn't given up more than 1 walk all year long. He's just been phenomenal in that area. The hits. Anytime you stand out there long enough like that, you're going to give up some hits. New York Yankees only had 3 hits against him. Earned runs sitting at 2. Sitting at 2.5. I don't know why, but earned runs sitting at 2.5. And on the other hand, you got Gary Cole. Now, Gary Cole, he hasn't faced this team this year. But we can look over here to last year versus Seattle. He faced them twice. He had 8 Ks apiece in both of those outings. So there you have that. So lately, he's only hit this number 2 of his last 4 games, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 out of his last 8 games. Seattle, number 3 in striking out at right versus right-hand pitching on the season. That's just on the season. Lately, they've been better. Okay. He hasn't faced this team this season, so there you have that. Outs for him. If it was straight 18, I would have went there, but that hook is always interesting, so I'll probably fall back from that. The walks are always in play right now for him. Right now, Seattle, they striking out. They walking. They 7th in drawing walks on the season, so. Minus 183. You can use that at a parlay piece if you like it. I got it in my player pool. I just haven't, deciphered through it yet. Hits allowed sitting at 4.5. He's a little bit over 50% to this number. At 53%, he's 8 for 15 for 4.5 hits. And then the earned runs, can't talk you off the 1.5 earned runs for no pitcher in the league. So I'm always probably have some interest in that. So I put that in my player pool as well. 1.5 earned runs, but I probably still don't. Let's see what they did versus him last year. He blanked him one time. He gave up 6 one time. Hits allowed. This is last season numbers here. So a 7 and 4. The walks, haven't given up more than 2 walks versus them. That was last season. Everything is last season. Then he went 6 innings, and then he went 7 innings. That was last season. Strikeouts 8-8. That was last season. He hasn't faced them yet. Okay. So there you have that. It's got an underfield to it. It's sitting at 7 right now. It's probably going to end up, it might stay at 7 or it might go to a 6.5. Ain't no telling. Underfield. I'm not messing with this game. I'm not messing with this game at all. Might tease down some strikeouts and might tease down some strikeouts for Kirby and Cole. Might tease them down a little bit. But a 7.5 strikeout prop, I don't know. I think I feel better with taking a discount on Kirby's strikeouts. What is it? What is his strikeouts again? 5.5. I think I feel better with taking a discount on Kirby's strikeouts. Like I said, last time these two teams met, Kirby struck them out 7 times. So there you have that. All right. Oh, shit, man. Every day. Colorado Rockies at Cincinnati Reds. We're over under 10 in the spot. I don't know what they're going to do with this pitching situation. I think one of these pitchers is going to pitch a little bit, and then another pitcher is going to finish it off. You got Freeland here. I think Noah Davis. You got 3 pitchers right here. I've never seen it. So Noah Davis might come out for a little while, and then Kyle Freeland might finish it off for some. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to do it. Ben Lively. Cincinnati, first of all. Cincinnati, they haven't been that good versus so they rolling wait. They're gonna roll out a righty and then they're gonna roll out a lefty. So this is confusing to me because I don't know which one of these guys are gonna pitch the bulk here. Oh shit. Let me see something. This here is starting to get confusing now. I didn't cap it for this shit. Who is that? Lively? No, that's Noah Davis. The Rockies will promote Noah Davis from AAA Albuquerque to start Tuesdays versus Reds. Davis will step in, at least for now, as the 5th man in Colorado's rotation after Danielson Lamet was designated. Yada, yada, yada. Davis has started 3 games this season for the Rockies, posting a 6.17 ERA and a 1.80 whip, with 12 strikeouts across 11.2 innings. Whether or not Davis sticks around in the Rockies' rotation could depend on his performance against the Reds today, Tuesday. Who is that? Freeland. Freeland must have got taken down. So we'll see. All right. I know I was looking at Noah Davis. He had 1 bad game. We'll see. We'll see what he does. Homers. Soler number 1 right now. Soler number 1 right now. I can't tell. Soto. So many Braves. Every motherfucking right hand Brave bat is in play. Gotta wait for the lineups to come out. I bet on Roddy Tellez 3 times, man. 3 times. I think he's one of those guys today. Fraley is a home run hitter. If his ass is in the lineup, Votto, if he's in the lineup. All right, Votto came right in and hit a home run yesterday. If he's in the lineup, Votto, Yelich, lefties, all the lefties here. Yelich, Corbin Carroll, Soto. I haven't gotten to my top 3 yet. I'm gonna do a 5-man round robin. Haven't gotten to my top 3. Number 1, probably Jorge Soler for me. So there you have that. But this Colorado game here, we got an over under 10 in this spot. This if y'all don't know about the Cincinnati Reds ballpark, if y'all don't know about this ballpark, it produces runs. In Colorado Rockies, they ballpark produces runs. So at the end of the day, I can't talk you off the over here. I like some bats here. I'm gonna show you that the bats. I'm just gonna go with the bats right now. So I like some bats here. I like the bats on both sides here. Um, so let's start with Friedel. He's okay. Thousand. Noah Davis. I wouldn't talk too much into that. 1,000 OPS for Noah Davis. He did get lit up one game. But Friedel, he's hitting righties well. All right, so I'll put it at that. De La Cruz, the switch, he's in play here. All right, De La Cruz, Grichuk. I like Grichuk here. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Fraley, if he's in the lineup, he hits righties well. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Home run, hits, runs, and RBIs. Who else? Elias Diaz. All right, hit home run, hits, runs, and RBIs. I know I had what's the name in there. McMahon. I didn't put McMahon in there. Well, I'm gonna like McMahon too. Okay, so I might have went past them, whatever the case may be. And that's what I'm gonna be looking at there. High totals right here. I'm looking for hits, runs, and RBIs and high totals. I could care less who win the game. Tell you the truth, that's just me. That's the prop better in me. Over on the 9 in this spot, we got Oakland Athletics and Cleveland Guardians here. I don't have a play here. Two bats I'm looking at is going to be Ramirez and Josh Naylor. I want to see what the rest of the lineup's going to look like. But Ramirez and Josh Naylor, those guys are in play for me. Another game here where I'm undecided on, and I don't know how to attack this one here, truthfully. Boston and Minnesota. If you guys got something, hey, let me know. I'll tell you this. Minnesota, they are striking out versus lefties and righties right now. So let's look at Cutter Crawford. He's got a 24.5% K rate here. 32 towards lefties, 15.2 versus righties. Barrel percentage 7.6. I guess he's giving it up to lefties. I think he's giving up power to lefties. So you could look at some lefties versus Cutter Crawford there. Boston, they don't strike out much. Bailey Ober is sitting here with a 22% K rate, 26 point to righties and 19.6 towards lefties. His barrel rate, 10% barrel rate. Righties are hitting them pretty hard right there. Okay, so that's what you can look at there with, or you can look at versus these two pitchers here. I don't have a side in this one here. Like I said, striking out. Minnesota on the season, they number one. They striking out. They number one in striking out versus right hand pitching. That's on the season. His Cutter Crawford strikeout probably sitting at 4.5 right now. All right. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right. This game, I don't know about that game. Arizona Diamondbacks, we got over under 9 in this spot here. Okay, so Nelson on the mound or Colin Ray on the mound. Neither one of these pitchers is my favorite, but I probably will get a pitcher lean towards Colin Ray. All right. Nelson is a guy, he's giving it up. He'll give it up to righties, he'll give it up to lefties here. Okay. So I just went through that. So right now, like I said, you could really target those lefties versus him. So I got some of those left-hand batters in my player pool, but the only two left-hand batters I'm really looking at right now is going to be Tellez. You can look at him for hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run. 739 OPS versus righty. Ryan Nelson's giving up 1,000 OPS versus lefties. You can target lefties versus Colin Ray. I mean, he's average versus lefties, but it is what it is. Jesse Winker, he's in play just because of Ryan Nelson gives it up to his lefties, and he'll be, around Tellez and Yelich, which he's batting 8. He's giving up. He's has an 8.18 OPS versus lefties. So Yelich, you can look at him for hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run, as well as Tellez. And then I probably wouldn't even go to Jesse Winker, but he's in play too. Okay. One bat I was looking at on the other side would be Corbin Carroll there. All right. He just hit a home run yesterday. He's batting 1,000 OPS towards righties. Colin Ray, 774, almost 800 OPS versus lefties. You can look at Corbin Carroll for hits all the way up to a home run. Let me take a quick look at let me see something. I think Colin Ray is not giving up a lot of power. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think he's giving up a lot of power. I think I looked at that, but like I said, Ryan Nelson, 14% K rate. That's not good. 17 lefties. He's only a 9.6 K rate to lefties. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Lefties, he's getting hard, but he's getting hit by lefties, man. So, and then Colin Ray, 20% K rate across the board. Barrel percentage looks okay. So he don't, not giving up a ton of barrels there, but he's borderline. He's borderline. All right. So there you have that. And I want to lean towards Milwaukee in this spot, but I'll just look at, I'll take Yelich, hits, runs, and RBIs. What are we looking at for his hits, runs, and RBIs? Ramirez, his is sitting at 2.5. I had some interest in Ramirez. Let's see. Christian Yelich, minus 140 for 1.5. Corbin Carroll, minus 165 for 1.5. It'll probably go up to 2.5 in the second. Winker, 1.5 for plus money. Telez, 1.5 for plus 100 there. Interesting. I like that. I like it. I like that. He's due. Roddy Telez is due. He's a home run candidate there. All right. Another game that I want to look to, it's got an under here, under feel to it. New York Mets, Houston Astros. I'm leaning towards the under. Not going to be interested in none of these bats right now. If Houston still feel like striking out, you can look at Verlander's case. Verlander's case is probably sitting at 5.5. Yeah, so I couldn't talk you off the 5.5 Ks there. Framber Valdez case sitting at 5.5 as well. I don't normally target New York Mets versus strikeouts, but hey, it is what it is. New York Mets 26 and striking out versus left-hand pitching. All right, so there you have that underfield to it. This game has an underfield to it. Lean towards the under, or you can lean towards the under first 5, something like that, San Diego Padres at San Francisco Giants. We watched the weather earlier. It said this. Kevin Roth said this bark minimizes. Tries to minimize wind gust or whatever. But they got winds going out in this one up to 20 miles an hour. All right, so we got Lugo on the mound, and we got Giselle Fani on the mound, and I got some bats here. DCL Fani probably one of my least favorite pitchers here for San Diego. I mean for the Giants here. So he hasn't faced this team here. All right. So strikeout props in at 4.5. At 3.5, that might be on DraftKings at a parlay piece at 174, minus 174. San Diego versus right-hand pitching. They on the season, they're striking out the 9th most. 16.5 outs. I probably don't want to get there. The walks is in San Diego. They're number 1 in drawing walks. Okay, so his walk props at 1.5. I can't talk you off of that. It's minus 173. I didn't even see that. I'm gonna have to add that. San Diego is number 1 in drawing walks here. All right, I didn't even fucking know that shit on the season. Hits allowed and earned runs. I don't know, man. He's been giving it up, man. Look at him. He's been giving it up. So right now I'm leaning towards San Diego here, first 5 or money line, first 5 full game. Contingent on the pitching here. San Francisco bullpen is pretty good. So if you want to look at San Diego first 5, I couldn't talk you off of that. You guys got a good example of the importance of first 5 last night, knowing what the bullpen could do, because this Giants team came back and won that game last night. So, you got to look into these first 5s and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You get a picture right here for the first 5 innings, because look, the outs. the outs. Okay, he's gonna go 15 outs. That's 5 innings. So he's hit that number frequently. He's hit that number in every game except for 2. You get him in there in the first 5. You get him to walking batters like this. You get him to giving up hits like this. And then that leads to earned runs like this. Okay, so even if you want to look at a team total, first 5, something like that, it'll probably be 2.5. That you can only get that on DraftKings, maybe Caesars. But the first 5, 2.5, you can look at that for San Diego or something like that. That's if you want to get there. And then Seth Lugo. His strikeout prop sitting at 3.5 right now at a -121. He's hit this number frequently. Righty. What the thing is with them is, San Francisco, they will hit right-hand pitching. Okay, I always say this every day. All right, so he's shown the ability to give up hits. His line's sitting at 6.5. The walks, I probably wouldn't go to this walks, and then the outs, probably I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna lean towards San Diego here. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. But if I probably want to take them in the first 5. I probably would like to take them in the first 5 and try to get in and get out, and don't let them come back on my ass. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Bats here. We're looking at Soto, home run candidate here. He's 2 for 9 versus DeSalfani. DeSalfani pitches his worst versus lefties at an 800 OPS. Juan Soto about a 900 OPS versus right-hand pitching. So he's probably going to be my favorite bat in this game. You can look at these lefties though. Lamonte Wade Jr. Versus right-hand pitching. 900 OPS versus right-hand pitching. Lamonte Wade Jr. You can look at I must didn't add that. Oh, JD Davis. He's a righty who hits lefties well. Power, home run hitter. Mike, if he's still hot, he hit 2 home runs last night. He's got an 842 OPS versus righties. And Jock Peterson as well. I don't know if I put him in my player pool, but Jock Peterson is definitely in play. I don't know. You have to wait to see if these guys are in the lineup. That he is. 826 OPS versus lefties. He hits lefties hard in the mug. All right? He's the big-time home run hitter. All right? So there you have that. Last game on the docket here. We got if I'm like I said, I'm leaning towards the first 5. San Diego, leaning towards first 5. Saying I ain't saying I'm betting it. Leaning. For me, it's always going to be bats. For me, I like bats. I like pitching. I like props. Props before sides for me. I don't bet too many games. Los Angeles Dodgers at Los Angeles Angels here, and we got an over under 9 in this spot here. So I got 2 bats here. I mean, what the hell? I mean, Ohtani is always in play. He's been phenomenal. Okay, but I'm looking at Big Freddie right now. All right, 1,000 OPS towards lefties. Reed Dimmer's giving up a 900 OPS towards him. These guys really haven't faced each other. He's 0 for 1. That's really nothing here. I'll be looking at Freddie Freeman hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run. He's going to probably make my home run list here. Let's take a look and see what his hits, runs, and RBIs are looking at there. Freddie Freeman -135 at for 1.5. I'm gonna like that. Pay attention to the lefties that they put in this lineup. Mookie Betts will hit lefties okay. Couldn't talk off of that. You see that's a -145. They know he hits lefties okay. Pay attention to guys like see if they put any other lefties in the lineup. Because like I said, the kid he's giving up. Devon's giving up a 900 OPS versus lefties, okay? As far as the side in this one here, I don't know. I don't have a side. Couldn't talk you off Trout. Trout and Ohtani, those are my 2 favorite bats. And then I know Freddie. Freddie is in play for me. Freddie, he's probably gonna make my home run play there. So let's see. My home run round robin, 5 home run round robin guys gonna be right now, probably gonna be Freddie. I'm gonna put Freddie in there. I'm probably gonna put Soto in there. That's 2. Oh, I skipped over this Texas Rangers game here. I'm sorry. Texas Rangers. The line is fishy. All right. So here's the thing with this Texas Rangers game. The line is fishy, minus 138. Texas on the road. Number 2. Seager, 900 OPS versus right hand pitching. I'm gonna like that. Dylan Cease. This is the team here. This is a team here that can work his fucking count up. Okay. Dylan Cease he been having issues with that. Get his count worked up. Some teams can't work the count up, but Dylan Cease, this is a team that can and probably will. If he gets his count worked up, then it could be a long night. Eovaldi been pitching good. Eovaldi been pitching good. I can't look towards the Sox in here. I can't look towards the Sox here. I don't want to look towards the Sox. I ain't gonna say I can't. I don't want to look towards the Sox here if I'm betting this game with a minus 38, 138 money line. If I'm betting this game, it's probably going to be Texas Rangers or nothing. Money line. I probably will stay away from the run line here, even though that's in play. I did skip over this game. I'm sorry. But like I said, Eovaldi has been pitching great. Chicago White Sox, they 10th in striking out versus right-hand pitching. Earned runs for him last 2 games. He's given up 3 and 4. Other than that, he's been pretty good. You know what I'm saying? The hits allowed, been, the walks, I guess. Chicago White Sox, the 30th in drawing walks, and he's been sitting in there. His last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games there. He's been pitching good. I mean, 7 innings or better. He went through a stretch where he went to 7 innings or better, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games straight. All right. On the flip side, you're looking at Dylan Cease. He just bounced back. 3 of his last 4 games, 7 strikeouts or better. His line sitting at 6.5. Texas striking out. They 19th in striking out versus right-hand pitching. Didn't look at that. But Dylan Cease's outs, I probably won't mess with that. Given the fact that this Texas team, they number 2 in WRC plus versus right-hand pitching, number 3 in on base percentage. Okay, so I probably won't even look at that because I think there's a possibility they can run the count up on them. All right. The walks are in play here, but I only go for 1.5. The hits allowed at 4.5. That's very intriguing to me. This is very intriguing to me. 4.5 hits. It's intriguing. It is what it is. It's intriguing. I ain't say I'm betting it. I said it's intriguing. Now, his last 3 games, he's been phenomenal. Detroit, Miami, the Dodgers, only giving up 2 runs or less. It is what it is. But like I said, Texas here, Texas is a different animal here. So I lean towards Texas in this spot here. Couldn't talk you off of Corey Seager. His batting props are in play here. All right. So Corbin Carroll, I'm gonna give you guys my home run prop here for every game here. Ohtani don't count because he's just on 1. I'm looking at Freddie right now. Okay, I'm looking at Soto right here. I'm looking at nobody right here. Seager, couldn't talk you off Seager here, or Garcia. Garcia's due. Rowdy Tellez and Rowdy Tellez, Corbin Carroll. What the hell is his name? Yelich. I ain't targeting nobody from here. I ain't targeting nobody from here for home runs. If Votto is in the lineup, home run. Fraley, Garcia, Diaz. I mean, it's a few home run candidates because of this ballpark factor here. McMahon. I'm not targeting anybody from this game here. St. Louis Cardinals. Okay, Goldie is always in play. Arenado is, he's always in play. Lane Thomas is my guy here. Lane Thomas. Sawinski, you can look at Sawinski here. He probably won't make the cut for me, but if it's one person on Pittsburgh, I got to go with Sawinski. And my top one play probably is going to be what's the kid's name? Soler is my top home run candidate. You can look at Torkelson here and Perez if these guys are in the lineup. O'Hearn, he strikes out a lot, but he's in a good spot. I ain't gonna say a good spot, but Diaz or Rosarina. I can, the Atlanta Braves righties just go out there and just the righties. Harper on the other side. He hits righties well there. He's probably gonna. This kid Strider probably gonna give up a home run or two here. All right, so you can look at Harper there. All right, so it is what it is, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Whoever hung out, it is what it is. Maybe starting next week, I'll probably come down here and just narrow it down, give out some picks. Because like I said, I don't get a lot of interaction. So maybe I'll just come out here and give out some picks, or just get all the player pools and all that shit, just run it down and be done with it, and just run all the bats and run all that shit down. If that's something y'all probably would be interested in, just let me know and just cut all the small talk. But it is what it is. All right. Run my bats player pool down, and just, it is what it is. At the end of the day, though, peace out, guys. Peace.